Hello, this is Brian McHenry of McHenry Software. This is a quick run through of a couple of things that our msmac2D users would want to know to be able to run your msmac2D projects in the mEdit3D environment, and then also how to upgrade to go to the 3D. The first thing we'll do is in the project menu, when you go to open project, you notice that there are three items: projects, demos, and run. Choices are all from the msmac3D directory. They all would open the projects, demos, and run. We want to go back to the old msoft to be able to open our older projects. So the first thing we do is we go to Tools, Options, and in the Options dialog, we click the Config tab. The first thing we'll do is we'll browse out to our msoft demos directory. And then we'll also browse to our msoft projects directory. And we set. One other item we're going to do is, because we're running this on a video that we want to keep it smaller, instead of using max resolution, we're setting it to 800 by 600. We click OK. Now let's go back to the project menu, open project, and you notice there's projects, demos, and run from the msmac3D directory, and then msoft demos and msoft project from the msoft directory. We go to demos and open up my first project from the old 2D my first project. It brings up a separate dialog, which is, do you want to upgrade this project from 2D to 3D? Now, if you're working in msmac2D and you want to continue to work in 2D, you simply say do not upgrade. We also recommend that you clone your project and call it something new, and then work in 3D for that with that, so that you can always go back to your 2D project. But first, we're going to run this the 2D as it exists, and then we're going to clone it and show you how to run it in 3D. So we say do not upgrade now. We say OK. Now when we click Run, the project runs just as it did for 2D, and we can run our animation and any graphics calls, etc. are included. Minor change is that when you open projects, to open up other elements in your project, they're all listed in open a file for most recent project. Here are your files from that project. Now let's say we wanted to go to 3D. Well, the first thing I'd recommend is you clone it. You say project, new project, clone an existing project, and let's just call this test 2D to 3D, test 2D to 3D. We set the names, so it's now changed the names, or you could have left them the same. You can do that, because when you say clone now, and then you tell it close this form and open the new project, it opens the new project in msoft3D directory projects. The other thing it also brings up is, do you want to upgrade now? Let's say yes, we want to upgrade now. And so we say it has defaults. If you know your bumper height, the collision height, the CG height, the overall height, you can input those there. You can also go and grab different vehicle models that match your models. Also, let us know if you need a model. Simply email us, and we'll probably within 24 hours get you a 3D model of various cars. We're probably going to give up to 10 or more each user. Rather than provide thousands of cars, which 90% no one will use, we're going to do them on demand, and it takes approximately 24 hours. But you could pick one that's about the size of your vehicle. We're going to use default for now, and we use a default ground image. If you have a bitmap, you can go out and browse and get your bitmap, get your pictures. You notice we have a bunch of these in here. And so we say OK. Now the first thing you should notice is you can simply, even with the 3D in there, you can say run, and it runs the old program. Now one thing we've noticed, and I wanted to mention this, is when you upgrade, one of the things that's going to be corrected in version 1.1, so if you're working on version 1.1, this won't be a problem. When you put in your new CG height, bumper height, etc., it also inserts a card 83, because the first two fields of card 83 are the type designation for passenger car, SUV, pickup truck, or van. The first two fields are set for that, so there could be either a 0 or 1 to be a passenger vehicle. We have a field shift, and so the first three fields are set. So what you want to do is make sure you have a 1, and then make that third one a 0, so it defaults to the wheel radius, or you can set it to your wheel radius. But currently, I would make sure you have 1, 1, and a 0. Now we're going to run in 3D at 2D. And you can use your pan and zoom to come down and see, but it's 2D. You see that they don't roll, they don't pitch. But an interesting thing now, a very simple thing you can do with the 3D option is you click 3D. And here's that same view in 3D. You notice with weight transfer, it rotates more. And now for your underlay, you can have your roadway, your whatever other images you have. You can still run the 2D graphics. And the 2D graphics. So it's very simple to go from 2D to 3D. And that concludes our brief presentation of running msmac2D project in the msmac3D environment. Please let us know if you have any questions, and thank you for your support of McHenry Software.